I'm Maria Ingold. I'm a CTO in video technology. I'm here at Connected Media IP at the NAB Show 2019, and I am joined by Helge Høibraaten. I hope that's right, or close.
Very good.
The CEO of Vimond.
Yes.
So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I'm curious, what are you looking forward to most at the NAB Show?
Meeting people. This place is all about meeting people, to have the conversations about what's going on, what is the needs of the market, how do they see the things that are transitioning now, how can we best fit their needs.
That's great.
And also talking to partners of us to catch up, like how can we better utilize them and work to serve our clients better.
That's great. So for people who are watching this who don't know who Vimond is, can you tell us a bit about the company and the products and services?
Yeah, so Vimond started actually before Vimond. A group of us worked in TV2, the biggest commercial broadcaster in small Norway. And for various reasons, we were silly early on in the OTT space. We launched a full OTT service in 2000, and before most even were thinking about this. And obviously at the time where not even broadband was like in everybody's home, so it was crazy. But then we realized that because of that early start, we had a lot of experience, we made a lot of mistakes that we learned from, and we tried and failed and we learned and we built.
That's exactly how to do it, yeah.
And then we saw some years in, like closer to 2010, that okay, this is happening all over the world now, and we have some experience here from doing this ourselves through a decade now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use that to help others not doing the same mistakes that we did for 10 years and learn from what we did. So then we started Vimond to be the backbone that other people can create their OTT services on. And we provide a cloud-based full video platform with both everything you need for distribution and controlling your audience and your content, but also production workflows. And our philosophy is quite simple. We come from a very small country. Things need to be very efficient in those markets.
Yes.
So it's all about automation, making it user-friendly, making it like integrated workflows so it's easy to manage. Because so many people are using too many resources on very tedious tasks in broadcast and in OTT today. We believe that could be way simpler, and that's what we do.
So is that sort of the ideal customer and market that you're serving, as someone who needs to figure out how to do this more efficiently? And I assume that's time-wise and cost-wise?
I think where our sweet spot in the market is, because the video market is so huge, and you have, like, everybody wants video online today. But our sweet spot is with like where video online is strategically important for them, where it's crucial to get it right.
Yes.
That's where we want to work. That's where we see we can benefit customers most. So when we work with Reuters, when we work with Comcast or Fox, it's not about like, video is not a hobby project for them. And video online is not a hobby project for them. It needs to work, it needs to be efficient. They need to be able to publish to a multitude of platforms, increasing more or less every week, but without adding too much complexity. So I think that's where we shine. And also with people who typically have strong teams internally. They could probably build the stuff we do themselves, but we help them to free up time to do their clever secret sauce on top of the backbone that we provide.
So how are you helping them? What is it that you're specifically doing?
So we have a full video platform. So we control the video workflow from ingest of video content, live and on demand, all the way out to scaling for millions of users serving this.
Yeah.
But we do it, it's not a big black box, the system we have. It's very open. So you as a CTO would love to work with it, because it's not like you just see the outside of it. You understand how it works, and you can plug in your own stuff. So you can expand the platform yourself. And all of our customers do this.
Yes.
And I think that kind of flexibility is quite unique, but it is because we target those companies that are really tier one.
That sounds good. So you've made a lot of the mistakes already.
Yes.
You've created efficiencies, and yet you actually work with your customers as well to help them deliver things that are unique to them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like you've gone through a few different challenges. Is there anything specific you've gone through in the last year?
How much time do we have? Well, I think life...
Something key.
Yeah. First of all, life is about challenges. It would be so boring if this... Just think of how lucky we are to be in this industry with all the challenges that are present in the industry now. That makes it really interesting to be here because you can make a difference.
Yeah, if you're not being challenged, you're not doing something new.
Absolutely. I think one of the challenges is to keep up with the speed constantly of all the things that are moving. There are so many moving bits and pieces right now. So how do you make sure that our products that can handle all of these things and in a way where our customers doesn't need to pick up the phone and call us to do something. They can add a new publishing platform or they can add functionality without necessarily having us as a bottleneck in what they want to do. And that's a constant challenge because you're never finished with that. You always have to rethink how can you do it quicker and more convenient for the people who really are out there to create the best services possible for the audience. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. You want to make sure that you.
And I'm sure you're aware of this. You told me a little bit about your story.
Yeah. And you want something that is going to give you the flexibility to do what you want to do when you want to do it, but you also want to know that the support is there when you need it.
Yeah.
And that's what you're saying.
But one example, so a lot of the things we invent, we do based on conversations with our customers or just people in the market space. So for instance, one of the issues a couple of years ago was one of our customers said they spent too much time getting live clippings out to all the different publications they needed it for, and they went through their way of doing it, and it involves so many different systems.
Right. Yes.
Yes. And they needed
one of those system spreadsheets.
Yeah. Everybody's using that more or less. Which reminds me of another one. But so. We sat down with them and said, okay, how can we make this a one-person job and one tool job so that we can increase the efficiency and actually not to reduce the number of people needed so much, but more the actual amount of content that you can create.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they had a target of creating about 20 stories a day and they ended up creating 250. And they were using less stuff than they had planned to use. So that's really great. Yeah, and most importantly, the people who worked with this, they loved it. They loved it because their everyday work life was so much easier.
That's great.
But it's funny you mentioning spreadsheets. One of the things that constantly see, for instance, is when it comes to rights management.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, there are so many spreadsheets involved.
Yes.
So that's another area. We created the acquisition manager where you can actually put in your contracts while still negotiating them. And from that on, all your content lives with all your rights and stuff, and it just trickles down into the online video platform. And
that's so much better than copying and pasting.
And not only does it make life simpler, but it also prevents you from doing things you're not allowed to. So if your rights say you have a 3-month video rights window for this country or this country, it's actually in there, and you're not allowed to override. Yeah, so
perfect. That's good. So can you give us a little bit of a teasing hint about what we're going to expect in the next year from you?
I think, first of all, we are all about now this year putting in a lot of effort into even expanding the ways our customers can extend the capabilities of our platform without picking up the phone and calling us. So I'm really proud of some of the things that we're showing this year when it comes to that. You might consider that boring, but to me that's like crucial because it's all about the speed and the ability of our customers to adapt to everything they come up with or what's happening in the market space, and they can move really fast. So to me that's not boring at all.
This doesn't sound boring, it sounds like flexibility and freedom. Yeah,
and another example is like we now integrated with broadcast graphics tools, so you no longer have to create graphics for online. You just can repurpose the graphics you already have invested in. So it makes life simpler, more efficient, and you can do more. Because what I see is, it's not that people necessarily spend a lot of money in doing things that are tedious. They just drop doing it, and then they miss opportunities. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, here's to stopping people from missing opportunities. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
at Connected
you.
Media IP, and I can't wait to hear what you've been up to next year.
Thank you.